everyone. Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all well. So let's start today's lecture. So today we are going to start lecture number 3 of chapter 20. We have done lecture number 1 and 2 of chapter number 20, that is disaster management. In chapter number 1, we have discussed about the flood. First we discussed the natural disaster, then flood, cyclone, then earthquake, and what to do and what not to do at the time of that disaster. Then in lecture number 2, we had discussed about the uh, some other natural disasters like a forest fire, then drought, and also tsunami, and discuss about what to do and what not to do at the time of that natural disaster. And now we are going to start a man-induced disaster. So are you ready all? So chapter 20, disaster management. In this chapter we have done in lecture number 1 and in lecture number 2 types of disaster, then natural disaster, man-induced disaster, then flood, what to do and what not to do at the time of flood, then cyclone, then earthquake. And earthquake is we cannot focus about the earthquake, then tsunami, then drought and forest fire. See students, we have done total 6 natural disasters, but in that 6, one is a forest, last one is the forest fire, is maybe natural or maybe man-induced. It depends on situation. Then now we are going to start a man-induced disaster. So what is a man-induced disaster? So in common parlance, events or disaster which take place directly or indirectly done by man, or due to unawareness or ignorance or by any mistake, which caused heavy damage to us. I mean to say our life or a property. That is called man-induced disaster. And now we see in the with textual wordings what is man-induced disaster. So in a technical language we can say that those events which take place directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly done by man. What? Directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly by man. Unawareness or ignorance and a failure of a human machinery, etc., which cause a heavy damage to human life and property are called a man-induced disaster. So first one is the industrial accident. So in industrial township, mills, factories, etc., there is a chance of accident even after enough precautions are taken. See, in industrial areas, we have we have taken more than enough precautions. Still, there is a chance of accident in townships, mills, factories, etc. So such accidents result into death of people or livestock or damage to property. So this is called man-induced disaster. Besides, the environment is also affected badly due to smoke come out from the factories. That the smoke is only very badly affected to our environment. So humans are at the base of the industrial accident, and a man undertakes the management and care of various machines of industrial process and collection, transfer and distribution of manufactured goods. At every stage, an accident cannot be ruled out. what we learn in this para, that in industrial areas like townships, mills, factories, at anywhere related to industrial areas, we have taken enough precautions. Still, there is a chances of accidents, and due to that accident, most of the people die, then livestock, and also in huge amount damage to the property. And other one is that is very badly affected to our environment, and these all are doing only on because of the human error. So human error is the base of the industrial accident. So man undertake the management and try to care of various machines and collections, transfers, distributions, all are. So due to this, we can try to reduce industrial accident. So at every stage, an accident cannot be ruled out. Now, next one is Bhopal gas tragedy. See students, Bhopal gas tragedy is the real accident. So Union Carbide located at the Bhopal, which is the capital of Madhya Pradesh, used to produce insecticides. In the process of production of poisonous gas, MIC was used. For the production of that poisonous gas, what is used for that? So MIC. This gas was stored in a large tank, and in the early morning on 3rd December 1984, please students take the pen or pencil and underline. In early morning of 3rd December 1984, this poisonous gas started leaking from the tank and which lasted for about 40 minutes. See, in the early morning 3rd December 1984, that gas started the leaking and lasted for about 40 minutes. It is approx, not surely. So due to this event, which took place in early morning, the gas spread very quickly over the densely populated area in Bhopal. And then, according to that official figures, about 2,500 people died and thousands of residents in Bhopal were affected by this poisonous gas. See students, it is a very tragic. Total 2,500 people dead in that disaster, and thousands of residents in Bhopal were affected by that gas. So besides the people, a gas also killed thousands of birds and animals, because birds and animals are also doing a breathe out and breathing. So this poisonous gas uh, going with the breathing, and that's why the many of birds and animals are also killed. So drinking water, reservoirs, lands, unborn babies, newborn babies, pregnant women, etc. were the victim of its adverse effect. So while 10,000 people became handicapped permanently and 1.5 lakh people were handicapped partially. See students, in this event, many numerical informations are given this in this para. So that is very important for examination. So please underline that information, and also take this event seriously, because from the we all know we can many types of things learn from the reality show. So exact, we can also learn from the real information, real tragic event, etc. So Bhopal gas tragedy is a real one. It have occurred at 1934, still we can learn. We should learn. So please underline numerical information. So that one is just a second. Okay, 3rd December 1934. Lasted about 40 minutes. Then 2,500 people died and thousands of residents in Bhopal were affected by the poisonous gas. And then 10,000 people became handicapped permanently and 1.5 handicapped partially. And also underline drinking water restrictions and unborn babies, newborn babies, pregnant women, etc. The victim of its adverse effect. Please students underline this. See students, don't lose your concentrations due to external voice. Just ignore it because you should focus on video and only the explanations. Now the next topic is a rescue operation during the gas leakage. So what to do? Install a modern warning system for getting advanced information about the gas leakage. Then predetermine the high-level measures for safety in factories and support it. If the gas leak during its transfer, the gas tanker should be driven away from a human settlement. Observe the wind direction and run into its opposite direction. See, underline, we observe the wind direction and run into its opposite direction. Then next one is do not treat of breathlessness, burning eyes, etc. So by yourself, but seek medical guidance immediately. Then fainted or weak people should be immediately shifted from the affected area. Inform fire brigade or police because we cannot make over this situation. So for that we have to take a need from fire brigade or a police. So immediately inform the fire brigade or police stations. Then park the vehicle in such a way that they do not obstruct the vehicle of rescue operation. Again, we'll repeat these points. Install modern warning system for getting advanced information about gas leakage. Then predetermine the high-level measures for safety in factories and support it. If the gas leaked during its transfer, the gas tanker should be driven away from the human settlement. Observe the wind direction and run into its opposite direction. Then do not treat the breathlessness, burning eyes, etc. That's why you seek medical guidance immediately. Then fainted or weak people should be immediately shifted from the affected area because the effect of these poisonous gas or operations very immediately affect to the weak people because weak people are very sensitive. Then inform a fire brigade and police immediately and park the vehicle in such a way that they do not upset the vehicle of rescue operation. And then what not to do at the time of rescue operation. So first one is during the rescue operation, person who are not associated with the work should not gather around. That means don't together in group and stay at a different place. Try to stay at your home or at a safe place. Then do not enter the affected area till the area under gas leakage is declared totally safe by the authority. Then do not join the rescue operations without proper training and necessary equipment. So don't do like hero bandi in that situation because you don't have any training or equipment. So first you know join. Otherwise, do not join that operations without proper training, and also not to join without any permission. So here we done the industrial accidents, then Bhopal gas tragedy and rescue operation during the gas leakage, and what to do and what not to do at the time of rescue operations during the gas leakage. And now we'll start the viral disease. But before that, we should read this 2 to 3 para, and then we'll start a viral disease. So now you have just 2 to 3 minutes for reading. So you should complete your reading in 2 to 3 minutes. See students, increase your speed. Reading speed increase करो. And please try to remember or learn numerical information in Bhopal gas tragedy. And also try to learn what to do once and what not to do once. And also underline the main words in these points. So at the time of examination, that words will help you for learning the points easily. Because see, first one is install modern warning system for getting advanced information about gas leakage. So you can underline install modern warning system. Just only the word install modern warning system. So with the use of this word, you can make easily sentence, right? You can easily make the sentence in examination. So try to underline the importance or different words in all the points, not in this topic only, but in all the chapters. Try to that. Okay, so done. Okay, so now we'll start the viral disease. Just a minute. Okay, viral disease. Then safety remedies against viral disease. Then territories attacked. We have a lot of topic in this chapter for learning, but it is very good chapter. So start viral disease. When a large number of people over a much wide area become victim of any disease, it is called epidemic. See students, in current situations, we can use the example of corona, right? It's a kind of a disease, not a kind of, but it's a particular disease. Corona is a disease, and a many numbers of people over much wider become a victim of corona. So now we can take this example for this situation. So people lose their lives due to the disease. Exact. Many people were dead due to the corona, and there is a faster increase in the numbers of patients of viral disease than the general disease. Exactly same situations occur now. Till today, thousands of people have been victim of disease like dengue, Ebola, swine flu, influenza, etc. And in future, one word will covered or entered in this disease, that is corona. So these diseases are very much dangerous. In earlier times, lakhs of people were victim of plague. However, such deadly diseases are controlled now with the help of scientific inventions and antiviral vaccine for safety. And now many doctors and institutes try to search about the vaccine for the corona, and somebody has told कि उनकी वैक्सीन मिल चुकी है और न्यूज़पेपर में भी आ रहा है, बट we don't sure about that. So along with it, with the new viral disease and those diseases which cannot be cured by traditional medicines, there is always a danger of widespread death on mankind. See, student, uh, like in just a minute. Okay, in current situations, totally like to this paragraph. In paragraph, what to try to say, like totally same situations happen in current time. So uh, you can remember easily this topic with the example of corona. But in examinations, you have to write informations from the textbook. During the plague epidemic of Surat in September 1994 and recently swine flu and dengue epidemics, many agencies took preventive steps to prevent deaths. And currently, corona epidemic. Then, safety remedies against the viral disease. Before that, we again repeat this paragraph. When a large number of people over much wider areas become victim of any disease, it is called epidemic, and many people lose their lives due to that disease, and also fastly increase the numbers of patients of that particular disease compared to other general disease. Until today, thousands of people have been victim of this type of disease like Ebola, swine flu, influenza, dengue, etc. And that these diseases are very much dangerous for lives of people. And in the earliest time, many people were victim of plague also. Plague is also a kind of disease. And such deadly diseases are controlled now with the help of scientific inventions. But along with it, with new viral disease and those diseases which cannot be cured by traditional medicines, so there is always a danger of a widespread death on mankind. Then, in 1994, plague epidemic of were during and recently swine flu and dengue. So now, many agencies took a preventive step to prevent death and safety remedies against this viral disease. So, what we can do for safety? So, first one is an important step to be safe from viral disease is to be vigilant about the infection. Then people should be acquainted with the reason, result, and safety about disease through propaganda and transmission, and try to increase your immunity power. See, students, I'll give you one suggestions for the current situation. It is very useful because if you want to save from corona, then you have to increase your immunity power, because you have a good immunity power, then corona never affect your body, because it's one kind of sinus and khasi. So if we have enough immunity power, then corona's symptoms will never affect you. I mean to say on your body. Then take an anti-disease vaccine. Arrange for a special separated ward for a patient's treatment of perfect, and take steps as per the guidelines and instructions issued by World Health Organization and international institutions to curb the viral disease. And now you should drink hot water with turmeric powder 3 times in a day. I just we go to the topic about the viral disease, so that's why I'll tell you कि please try to stay at your home. So stay safe, stay home, stay safe with good precautions, like don't go out without any reason. Then if you stay at your home, still you need to drink hot water with turmeric powder in a day 3 times. Then also you have to increase your immunity power with good protein foods and not with fast food. I know hotels, restaurants are open, but still I suggest you and I want advised you don't eat fast food uh, and try to make any food as you like at home. Okay, so here we done the viral disease. So students, in today's lecture we learned about the man-reduced disasters like industrial accidents, then Bhopal gas tragedy, and rescue operation during the gas leakage. And then we do viral disease and safety remedies against viral disease. A new topic that's terrorist attack will start from the next lecture. And like from the last 3 lectures, I didn't give you a homework, and today also I don't give you a homework because your FA will continue. So after completion of your FA, I'll give you a homework. So at that time, you have to submit your homework in a GitHub form. Okay. So here we done today's lecture. I hope you all enjoy a lot this lecture. If you like, then subscribe my channel and also like my video, and if possible, as much as you spread these videos, because many students need online lectures but they don't have. Okay, so try to spread this video. Okay, goodbye everyone.